Ah, black pepper, one of my favorite hot sauces here at ATX Hot Sauce. You know, it's got onions and habaneros and garlic and black peppercorns, a lot of umami going on. Nobody's buying it though, and it's one of our best hot sauces. I think it's the name. So today, I'm gonna show you how to make it, and you're gonna tell me what to name it. Hey everybody, John McClellan here, ATX Hot Sauce, atxhotsauce.com. Don't forget to subscribe below. We need more subscribers and more of your support out there. Thank you very much. We're talking about our black pepper habanero hot sauce, and one of the best ones we have. It's great on steaks, roast beef. The thing has so much umami going in on it. It's got black peppercorns, habaneros, onion, garlic. It's absolutely fantastic. Nobody's really buying it, so let me show you how to make it first. First off, we're gonna start out with 20 grams of black pepper. Now remember, 20 grams of black peppercorns, that's a lot, but this is a pepper forward with a little bit of onion and garlic. All right, so we're gonna add that to our jar. All right, next we've got our garlic. Mine are kind of squished. You can leave them whole, you can chop them up, whatever you wanna do. I like to leave mine a little bit like this. Put that in there. Next we got our habaneros. Habaneros, we've got 70 grams of habaneros. And by the way, I do have a little cheat sheet over here because I write all my recipes down. I really recommend, I actually have a book of recipes. Every time you make a fermentation, write it down in the book, give it a number, because when you come back in a month or two, you're not gonna remember what you put in there. So always keep a record of what you're making. Always label your jars too. So I got the habaneros in there. Now we're gonna squeeze this onion. Try to get it in there. Okay, and the onion, there's 230 grams of yellow onion in this. I like to use the yellow onion, it's a little sweeter, kind of offsets that black peppercorn. All right, we got that there. Now we want to smash it down a little bit. And I'll show you what this is here in just a few minutes. All right, we got that down there. So what's the next on fermentation? Well, we got to do a 3.5% salt brine. So let's do it. Let me show you how to make that. All right, when you're doing a saltwater brine, you want to use grams and liters, right? This is the best way I think to use it. So 1 liter of water is 1,000 grams. So if we're going to do a 3.5% salt to water, we want 35 grams into this 1,000 grams of warm water. You get the math there? 1 liter is 1,000 grams. We're gonna do 35 grams in the water, gives us a 3.5% salt solution. So we're just gonna put it in there and mix that puppy up. You can use kosher salt, sea salt. I wouldn't recommend iodized salt, but my favorite is just some good kosher salt to put in there, a little fine crystal salt. All right, we're gonna wait till this dissolves in here. Come back, we're gonna fill this puppy up. All right, now that our salt's dissolved, I'm gonna add it into our fermentation jar here. Let's slowly do this, don't want to get it everywhere. You want to make sure all the air pockets get out of here. So I like to pour some in and then just give it a little mash. Make sure you're getting all those air pockets out. What's going to happen is as this ferments, it's going to release gases. It's also going to fill up a little bit and it'll expand inside this jar. So you do want to give some good headroom in there. And you want to make sure all the vegetables are down below the water line. We're going to give it a little turn. Oh yeah. Okay. Add a little bit more water. And now we have this guy. These things are fantastic. These are they make them for big buckets. They make them for these jars like this. Little thing spins here and you just put it right down where you want the water level to be. And it keeps everything right below the water line. Absolutely perfect. Gonna put a lid on there. All right. Got an airlock I'm gonna put here. Get that airlock on there. You can add some of your extra brine into this. I like to add vodka most of the time into mine. I'll probably redo this one and add some vodka into the top here. Close it up there. Make sure you label it with what it is. Make sure you keep your book and then go put it in a dark place and come back in about 2.5 to 3 weeks. It'll be ready to make. Boom! Oh, there it is. It's been fermenting. And it has perfect fermentation now. It's been sitting in for 3 seconds or 3 weeks, I'm not really sure, but through the magic of video, we're gonna make it work. All right, what do we do next with this? Well, first of all, we're gonna take the top off. And then we're going to open it up, and the most important thing is the smell test. That smells absolutely wonderful. All right, this is a real important step. We want to test the pH level on this. I really like my pH level to be below 4. Anywhere between 3.2 to 3.8 works for me. Another little storage tip, make sure when you have one of these that when you store it, you put a little bit of storing solution in here, because you don't want this drying out the tip. The sensor at the end, if it dries out, it won't work very well. In fact, sometimes it won't work at all. So make sure you keep that storage solution in there. All right, let's get this on here. .8, that works. All right, let's do the blending process. Now, some people will blend and they'll run it through a strainer. If you have a good enough blender, I have this Vitamix right here. It'll pulverize everything and make it into a really nice creamy sauce. So you can still strain it if you want. I recommend if you have a Vitamix, you don't really need to do that. One of the things the Vitamix does too is it actually raises the temperature to pasteurization. You do that by setting it on high. And I get the temperature up to about 165 degrees for about 2 minutes, and that will pasteurize it. So you stop the fermentation. I know you're saying to yourself, well, we need those good probiotics in there, right? Well, I'm like, hold on. It's hot sauce. You're not gonna get that much anyway. And you don't want this bottle to explode on you, because that's what will happen. Once you seal bottles up or a can or whatever, and it's still fermentation in there, it's gonna release those gases, it will explode, and you do not want a hot sauce bomb, trust me. So let's get it all added in here. Oh, look, that looks fantastic. A little bit of con yeast on the bottom of it. That's nothing to worry about. Then we're gonna add just a little bit. It's about $1/4 cup of vinegar for this size right here. All right, let's get this lid on. Now, this is gonna take a few minutes. When you put this on high, it takes about 10 minutes to reach pasteurization levels. So let's get that thing started. All right, we've got it up to 165, 166. That'll work. Stop that fermentation from happening so your bottles don't explode. Didn't run it through a mesh wire or anything. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, wow, it smells so good. Ooh, that might be a little spicy too. Just to give it a little taste. The umami just screams out of this one. A little spicy. You got those notes of garlic and black pepper, the onions. Wow, that is so good. You're gonna have to help me name this. Let's put some in this little fancy jar here too. Make sure you sanitize everything. I use Star Sand. It's a human food, animal safe. Okay, right up to the top there. Get the lid on that. There you go. It's called the black pepper right now. What are you gonna call it? All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to subscribe below, check out our other videos, and I'm gonna go put this on something good, maybe a steak.